Talk about myself. Well, I was introduced to Peter 6 months ago, and since then my life has completely changed. It's two people at the back there who introduced me to Peter, and I thank God for them every day, because through them, don't act shy, through them, that helped to save my life. I'll go back to when I was 13, because I think that's probably when I had the first curse on me, I could say. On our flyer, we've got the angels are talking to you, and I do actually believe that they do talk to you. But I think we would actually call it a premonition, but we are in tune with ourselves. And I think at that point when we have the premonition, that the angel is actually trying to protect you or to warn you. So when I was 13, on the bus coming home from school, shouldn't be thinking about boyfriends at that stage, but I was. Sorry, Mum. And this thought came to my head that it's going to be very difficult for me to meet someone. Now, I don't know why I thought that at the age of 13, but that thought just came through my head and it disappeared. Didn't think anything of it after that. But it was proven in my lifetime that it was actually very, very difficult for me to meet people. And, you know, I quietly thought, this doesn't seem right. You know, everyone else is getting married or, you know, just meeting people. Even if my friends' relationships ended today, by next month they met somebody else. Actually, me and my mum actually worked it out. Only recently, before I met Peter, that it's actually a friend, an ex-friend of my mother's, who we believed had put this curse on the female people in our family, that we wouldn't actually meet a partner. Because my sister's actually going through the same thing, and a few other female relatives are actually going through the same thing. And when I met Peter, he actually revealed that to me. He actually mentioned the name of the woman who actually put that curse on me and, as I said, the female members of the family. So he actually mentioned the name of my mother's ex-friend, and we actually worked this out on our own. And he said, yeah, none of you are supposed to have no man. No, you, your sister, whoever is supposed to have no man. I said, well, it's true. You know, what he said was that she actually sent a spirit to me from a young age to actually walk with me, possibly to disguise me, so that no one could see me, and it was actually true. I used to say to my mom, oh my gosh, I must be really ugly, and you know, I'm invisible. That's the time when I was going through my depression. I used to really shout at her on the phone saying, there's something wrong with me, I'm ugly, I'm invisible, you know, I need to stay in because, I just felt I had major insecurities. But as I said, Peter revealed that to me, that this lady had done that. This spirit was everywhere with me. But then somebody else sent the second spirit to me, I'm so popular. And that, he said, ran away the first spirit. Basically, the second spirit was to make me commit suicide. It sounds strong, it sounds powerful, but it's true. So for 13 months prior to the time I met Peter, I actually wanted to commit suicide. It's this major depression that came upon me almost instantly, where I would be shaking and I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and it was just torture, emotional torture. And even when I went on holiday, I went to Orlando. In America, they have these big, massive roads with big, massive trucks. And I actually felt the need to run into the road and go under the truck. Even though my daughter was there, and my sister was there, and my niece was there, I just felt the need to go into the road and go under the truck. But I had to resist. And for 13 months, every day for 13 months, I wanted to do this to myself. I also wrote down the names of the people that would actually go to my funeral. That's how bad it was. That was actually December 2008. I actually wrote the names of the people who was going to come to my funeral. I was actually planning my funeral. Thinking, who would probably come and see me when I leave this earth, So I wrote down a list of people. I couldn't even get to 100 names, and that actually depressed me even more. So my friend who actually introduced me to Peter could see that I was changing. She said my skin got extremely dark very quickly. And she said, Samantha, you know your skin got dark. And I said, yeah, sometimes. What I found out later on is that when a spirit is sent to you, your skin colour does actually change and you do get darker. And I think she was quite concerned about me because she's seen it happen to somebody else in the past. And obviously, as I said, through her, I actually got the help. So it was a curse on every aspect of my life. I didn't have no money, even though I had quite a good job. My salary would go in 2 weeks. And I initially thought it was something to do with identity fraud, and I would, analyse my bank statements, and there was nothing strange about the transactions on there. Literally, it was like legitimate things that I paid out for. I said, how can the money go in 2 weeks? And that actually got me into debt, because then I have to be borrowing. I have to go to get credit cards and get loans, and I'm still now trying to pay them off. So Peter said, yeah, you're not supposed to have no money, curse on your money. Yeah, someone's taking your voice to an Obi man to curse you even more. He said, at the point when I met him, my car was actually at the garage to get fixed. He said, don't take that car out, just get rid of that car. The car would actually break down. No notice, no warning, it would stop in the middle of the road. And he said the spirit was tampering with my electrics and would go and get it fixed. They claimed that they fixed it, had the same problem. I couldn't actually drive along the dual carriageways, and I thought, okay, if I'm driving 30 miles an hour on the dual carriageway, cars cut out, a truck could crash into the back of me and I could be dead. So I actually had to go the long way around, wherever I went. So I didn't actually get the car out. I actually sold it for a small amount of money, but the main thing was for me to get rid of it. So he said, basically, when I went to see him, he said he saw the spirit come to his house with me. He saw the spirit at the door. But because his house is so holy, spirit can't come in the house. So he said, oh yeah, the spirit's waiting for you outside. So it was this big black man of a spirit that was following me everywhere for 13 months, causing major, major depression, literally. And the only way I could describe it is, if you're hanging from a cliff and you're trying your best to hold on, but you feel it'll be easier to let go. So imagine the pain of holding on for 13 months onto that cliff. So easier to let go. But I stayed, and I stayed. And he healed me, just through the reading. That made me feel a lot better. In a sense, the truth will set you free. He said to me, you missed death already. He uses tarot cards to read you. So you pull out a card and they'll say something about you. At the end, he said, just shuffle the cards and pull out a card. And I actually pulled out the death card, which is a skeleton. He told me, shuffle the cards again and pull out a card. And I pulled out the same death card. He said to me that you've missed death already. I missed death already. But he said the spirit was kind of weak. It wasn't strong enough. It was sent to kill me, but it wasn't strong enough to kill me. In a sense, I overpowered it. But they then, because that day came and went and I was still alive, they sent a 9-day spell to me so that I would die 9 days later. But I actually saw Peter before that 9th day had arrived. Yes, I already introduced Phil and Karen. Those are the people that introduced me to you in the first place. Thank God for you lot all the time, all the time. So,
I'm Brother Donna.